I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to text me, should stick it in the boardroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to text me, should stick it in the boardroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Sticking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. I stay in the front, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, not the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a metal P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some me, should stick it in the boardroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a metal P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some me, should stick it in the boardroom.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ, I am the team lead here, and these are our live AMAs coming to you every Monday and Thursday, twice a week, at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. I am joined by my co-host with the most and fellow team member, as always, LA, how are you today?
I am amazing. It has been one hell of a great week.
It has, man. We have been so productive this week. We are back on the grind. I have a whole new energy about what we're doing. I mean, we're definitely reinvigorated and excited for everything that's happening in the EMP ecosystem. So, as always, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We again use our YouTube channel to not only get the word out about EMP and our ecosystems, but also the ad revenue helps support EMP as well. So, all right, that being said, we're going to jump right in. I have another meeting at the top of the hour, so we're going to try to get everything that we can get in during this AMA and a lot to go over, lots of bullish news as well. So, first things first, we had a really killer AMA last night, and when you say it out loud, it's a little scary, LA. We are 7 days away from launch of L1DEX and L1X as a blockchain. So that's pretty daunting, huh, LA?
I mean, I don't think of it as daunting. I think of it as absolutely exciting and incredible. But at the same time, yes, holy cow, the amount that we're about to accomplish in the next 7 days is going to be wild.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree. I mean, we're fully prepared. It's just a lot of things have to come together over the next 7 days, and they will as we get going. But Um, some of the updates, oh, excuse me here. Uh, we are setting up for a massive marketing push around L1DEX. So that's been LA's department. Again, we teased a little bit this on the AMA last night, which has also been simulcast to our YouTube. So if you didn't get a chance to hear the AMA specifically about the L1DEX with the L1X team as well, please listen to that AMA from yesterday. But LA, we ran into it a little bit, but maybe just go over a little bit more about the marketing plans we have over the next few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. We have been going absolutely wild. And the funny thing is, it's only the tip of the iceberg because we have, as you know, multiple launches coming up. But so far, we have 8 AMAs set up for next week. Well, starting this Saturday up until next Saturday. And there's going to be many more added to the calendar, but those are the first 8. We have some popular DeFi sites that are going to be featuring us and putting up some advertisements for us. We have all kinds of things going up. Our DBank profiles are just absolutely blowing up, and we're moving up the ranks of the top official accounts on there. And we're going to keep plugging away. We're putting a big focus on our social media accounts to grow those right now. So if you're not following our accounts yet, be sure to do so. I'll definitely post the link to our L1X DBank right now and our EMP one a little bit later in the stream. But get ready for the AMA train to start chugging along again. Starting on Saturday, I'm going to be posting the schedules again, just like I have in previous ones. And we hope that you'll all be there to support and spread the word. And we're going to really get the word out about L1DEX. And then a little later in the call, I'll let you know what we got cooking up for Fusion as well.
Amazing. Yeah, LA, I know you've been super hard at work getting all that together. We've seen some incredible results from DBank as well. So we have a huge initiative on DBank. Again, I feel like it's the future of crypto social media. They've done a killer job, and it allows for some incredibly targeted approaches for us as a company as well. So that's huge. I mean, just to give an example, we said this in the AMA last night, but there would be a situation where we can literally scan the blockchain for people that have used Stargate or Layer Zero or any of the traditional bridges that are claiming to be interoperable, that are a security risk or just are expensive or take a long time. And we could literally message those users based on wallets through DBank and say, hey, have you heard of L1DEX? We can do everything that these other guys can in, cheaper, faster, and safer. So that sort of targeted marketing is unheard of in crypto. So we're really excited for that. We're already way ahead of the game. Even other crypto protocols that may be asleep on DBank or just now hearing about it, we're already making moves and we're way ahead of them in terms of followers and growth as it is. So that's a really exciting thing. And one more thing about L1DEX that we announced last night, the super bullish alpha that is no longer alpha, that is we have confirmed an airdrop for L1X. So I know this is a really big tool that a lot of other layer ones use. We will be running an airdrop through L1DEX, airdropping L1X for a certain amount of tasks that have to be done. But this will help us not only grow our awareness and exposure tremendously, but it will also get L1X in the hands of a lot of users so that they can experience what the tech has to offer. So that was a really bullish bit of alpha that we dropped last night. And an official airdrop will be coming as well. So stay tuned for all that. Don't get scammed. Again, L1X isn't even going to be tradable when the chain goes live. So don't get scammed and don't ever give away any of your seed phrases or buy another token that claims to be L1X. So, but yeah,
And that
yeah, go ahead,
and that
Ellie.
being said, like I know that this may seem obvious to some of you, but it may not to others. So it's important for us to always say this because we can all be in a rush sometimes and not pay enough attention. So any airdrop that we're hosting, which doesn't happen often, this is probably the first time we've ever announced that we're doing an airdrop. We will verbally voice it on the AMA when the instructions are ready. We will pin the posts. We will give you the instructions in a very formal, professional way that is very obvious that it's coming from AJ or myself or Jake from Dex Finance or the L1X team in their official announcement channels of their Discord. But if it's not in one of those places or one of the three of us, it's not an official announcement, and it's okay if you want to message us or tag us in a message in main chat and ask us if something that you saw is real, because we'd rather you do that than get scammed. But please, please, please don't fall for something that's not real. Always pay attention to pinned posts. That's your source for everything. And sometimes you might have to click on it a few times to just check out a couple things that you might have missed if you haven't logged on for a day or two. But anything important will be on those pinned posts and will be in the AMAs. And thanks to Jerusik, we have them all timestamped. And so you can easily click into them. And we also have our amazing helpers who are doing the AMA notes, and they'll be contained there as well. But please pay attention to our pinned announcements and our announcement channels to get official information.
Yes, great explanation, LA. Thank you for going. The safety and transparency is number one to us. So, when in doubt, feel free to ask questions publicly and make sure you're not getting scammed, and never reply. Again, I will never ask you for funds. No team member will ever ask you for funds. I know there has been some imposter accounts on Discord as well. So just make sure, and that we have a chat history if you are going to DM any of the team members. So all right, awesome.
And we'll never DM you a link to an airdrop. Like, we'll never chase after you one-on-one trying to get you to enter the airdrop. That will never happen.
For sure, absolutely, 100%. No doubt about it. So unless you hear it on these AMAs and it's your choice to participate or not, that is a great way to make sure it's the real deal. So, all right, awesome. There is a question that plays into the next question, or the next topic, rather. So if you do have a question, please feel free to type it in the live chat or in the dedicated Discord channel for AMA questions to make sure it gets answered. But this has to do with the L1X presale. So, as a lot of you already know as well, we, as L1DEX, are hosting the public presale of L1X. So that is still open. It will be open until the end of the year, most likely, or until the hard cap of 25 million is reached. But you can get that. LA can post the official link here in a minute, but it's L1X presale.io. And that, again, is all above board. You don't have to KYC, but we are the intermediary between L1X and all of you. So we register with them, and everything is good to go. So that really is the only way to get L1X at the moment. If you did not participate in the original seed round or private presale earlier this year. But the question is, will the token address for L1X be available? If so, can someone post it for me? And can I see it in my MetaMask wallet? Or do I need an L1X wallet? Or both? So yeah, this is a really great question. So do not get scammed with any sort of L1X token on any other chains. Again, we are entering a pre-launch beta of L1X at the end of the month. So again, for more information on the rollout, please listen to other AMAs. But this was a decision that was made to, again, not have the token actually go live, but still demonstrate the tech that the chain offers, and allow us to continue to build and onboard new users before the chain officially goes live. So the L1X native token will only be available on the L1X blockchain, and it will only be available through the L1X wallet to begin with. So our DEX, you'll be able to swap other tokens through our DEX, L1DEX, with MetaMask. We did confirm that. Again, that was a bit of alpha in the last AMA, but they're really pushing for the use of the L1X wallet, and that will open up a lot more functions and usability for all of you as well. So that, again, is how you're going to claim your L1X. You'll have an L1X wallet, and those L1X tokens will go right to your wallet. Now, if you did contribute to the pre-sale or the public sale now, you will be able to sign a transaction that basically verifies you are the owner of whatever wallet you contributed with, and then you'll be able to specify what L1X wallet you want your tokens to go to. So all of that information will be available. Again, there is no major rush, even though the chain goes live in 7 days, because the tokens are not technically tradable. You have plenty of time to get your tokens and then start staking them or providing liquidity or other use cases with your tokens to earn in the meantime. So yeah, does that cover all of it, LA? Anything you want to add to that? Yeah.
Yep. Yesterday I put out a Medium article, and it in the L1X, L1DEX section, I did include the blog post from L1X that thoroughly discusses like what the mainnet beta phase entails. So if you haven't read that yet, or if you need a refresher, definitely read that. It's very helpful. I'm going to post the link to the Medium article just so that you can actually go ahead and read that and update yourself on everything going on here at EMP after the AMA. But definitely read that article or that blog post, because they've given more information since then, but it's a good basis for learning about the mainnet beta phase.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, and again, if you're more of a visual learner, they have a ton of great documentation out on their blog as well. And we as well, we have our L1DEX website that is now live. There's a lot of information not only for users like you, all of you, but also partner dexes as well. Which again, we talked about that at length in the AMA last night. So definitely make sure you're doing your own research, both into L1X and into L1DEX. There is a lot of information. I know a lot of us don't like to read pages and pages, but it is important. And they still do their own AMAs. Like we do every Wednesday night. So all of those AMAs are on their YouTube page as well. So, all right, I think that covers pretty much everything with L1DEX and L1X. Again, just one last final point to all this. Why does EMP care about L1DEX? Well, again, being awarded the contract to build the Premier DEX, we will be getting a portion of the DEX fees once everything's up and running, and that will directly support EMP through Fusion. So this will be a major part of our revenue streams coming back into EMP. So that's why all of you should care if you're here for the EMP. So, all right, awesome. Ella, anything else about either of that before we move on?
Nope, let's go ahead.
All right, so the next big topic, and the clickbait in the title, our secret PulseChain project is going live. So finally, we finished everything over the last few days. We had a rollout plan. We had a meeting literally just right before this on the rollout plan. So if you are VIP, you'll be getting an announcement in the VIP channel shortly after this AMA. Make sure you're watching Telegram, Discord, and your emails as well, whether you're VIP or not, for the public launch, and only follow pin posts or information announced in these AMAs for security reasons, like we all talked about already. But again, without dropping too much info, we're still trying to keep things super secret until it's officially out. But you will want to have your pulse ready. It will be an earning opportunity for EMP and eShare holders as well. That will only happen about a week in, so it won't be right off the bat. But again, once you all see what we've created, it'll all make a lot more sense. But this is super bullish, not only for our community to have another way to earn while we wait for Fusion to be live, but it's also a potential revenue stream for EMP over the long term again. and we've had multiple discussions on what chain to launch on. Well, everything was already set for Pulse. I think that we've seen a floor in Pulse. So that's a good sign. We may be one of the most active communities on Pulse with this project, which is also super bullish. I think we can get a lot more eyeballs on us launching the way that we did and the way it's all played out. However, now that the framework is built, we can launch this sort of a project on any chain. And so this becomes really exciting for other chains. I know it seems like every day there's a new layer one or layer two that is launching. Base, I know, is a big one right now, and a lot of other chains as well. But we'll be able to launch this on any chain that the community would want. So lots of awesome stuff coming. LA, I know we've been nonstop, but it'll feel really good to finally get a project to see the day of light for sure.
For sure. And this is a really exciting one. I know, especially in the VIP, everyone has been super psyched and like cheering it on, like, let's go, let's go. When is it time? When is it time? So it's time, baby. All I can say is don't get left behind. Like, when we make the announcements, it's gonna go bing bang boom between, VIP, public, there's not gonna be a ton of time in between each. So please, 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 in the next few days, watch your Telegram, watch your Discord, watch your email. Don't miss out on the announcements. No, you're not going to miss out on the project. Just don't miss out on the announcements if you intend to get in at the beginning stages, because we hate those messages that are like 5 days later that are like, oh, no fair. Like, I was on vacation with my mom's dog walker's sister's cousin, and I didn't see the announcement. Too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
So.
Well, and that is part of the whole, appeal. Like we want to reward those of you that show up to these AMAs every day, that are still active in the community, that are part of our core ecosystem. And that all being said as well, it's not overly unfair to everybody else either, because having a floor set through some of our most loyal participants, that helps everybody else that gets in on public, not by the top essentially, and it creates a great floor. And with this sort of projects, or projects like what we're launching, there's a lot of unique mechanisms that will prolong, the earning potential anyway, no matter what time you get in. So this is again very, very different. We have two major changes, which again, all of this will be unveiled in a Medium article. We'll do a specific AMA about this as well. There's two key changes to this particular project that are really bullish for the longevity, and no other protocols do it like how we're gonna do it. So again, really exciting stuff.
And some of them we
Yeah,
added in, and some of them we added in right at the end. And that's why it's taken a couple extra days. And AJ and his brilliant mind just cooks things up and adds them in to make things more bullish.
Totally, LA. Well, I appreciate that. And again, we're balancing that fine line of adding and getting it out the door. But the last minute additions to this specifically are really exciting. So yeah, all this will be much more less vague and elusive in a matter of hours and days. So just stay tuned. Get your pulse ready. And get ready to go. So, and again, we'll have a full breakdown. If you don't have Pulse, we'll have a full breakdown on how to get it, how to bridge, what different options there are. And if you want to sit this one out because you don't like Pulse, that's okay too. Again, we're not here to convince anybody. We're just here to build really awesome stuff that provides potential earning for everybody involved. So, all right, awesome. Anything you want to add to that, LA, before we move on?
Nope.
All right, perfect. So, again, I do see some more questions coming in. Please make sure you are asking in the live chat. We'll get to all those at the very end. And again, forgive me if I'm trying to move through this a little bit faster. We have to get everything in within an hour. So, but all right, the next topic of discussion is fusion. Again, the order of operation. We're getting the secret PulseChain project out. That will be happening again this weekend. And now, Fusion is next. So again, the DEX will probably go live before Fusion. But, again, everything's kind of happening all at once. And so, in terms of what we're building here at EMP specifically, Fusion is next. And there is nothing in the way of us getting it out. So, again, we can't put it in the future, but the PulseChain project should really help, sustain the ecosystem, maybe even bump the prices of EMP and ESHARE when we roll out, the earning potential with those tokens. But really, it's a great way, again, to build the momentum as we go into the launch of Fusion. So, and we went over a few other things this past week and really putting things into perspective. One of those major mind shifts, so to speak, is that really when you think about it, as long as you believe that EMP is eventually going to recover peg, we say, when, not if. But as long as you actually believe that, and we've given many hard examples of how we're going to do it, you're essentially getting ETH at about an 80% discount on market value right now, which when you say it like that, who wouldn't want to buy ETH at an 80% discount? So it's all a matter of how you frame things, and when the Pulse Chain project is here and everybody's earning again, and EMP and eShare are going up, people are buying it with their rewards. I mean, it's a flywheel that will hopefully again lead to more confidence in the protocol. So, LA, anything you want to add to that? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that we've all been waiting for this moment for one of these amazing things we've been building to launch, and now the moment is finally here. And of course, none of us can predict what will happen, and we're not going to try to predict what will happen. But I think when we provide a new opportunity for earning, an assumption would be that with new utility for EMP and eShare, there will be more buying of EMP and eShare, and there's going to be lots of opportunity to earn on your EMP and eShare, both in Fusion and now in the PulseChain project. And so if you do think about it and you wrap your head around the fact that right now, before things have launched, you have this incredible opportunity to get this essentially 80% discount on ETH through the purchase of EMP, it's something to think about. But there's a lot of excitement to come. There's essentially now 3 things that are all about to launch in tandem, and we have a lot of upwards momentum ahead of us. No matter where you're at, whether you're holding, whether you're buying more, there's a lot of excitement to come. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen it happen too. I mean, just in the last few weeks, we've seen PEG kind of already level out and even recover just organically. And, there is a point eventually where everybody that doesn't believe in EMP has sold and left. And all of us are here ready for Fusion. We are, investing in our investment and getting ready for things to turn around where it all, the ship right its course, so to speak. And really, again, I mean, we've said this over and over and over again, but the Fusion aside, even if you were bearish on Fusion or you didn't like some of the economics, which I don't know how you can because everything I come up with is bullish, especially getting rid of the prisoner's dilemma, having to be so reliant on others' decisions for the health of the protocol. we get rid of all that in Fusion. But again, hypothetically speaking, even if you hated Fusion, the fact that we are going to implement real revenue streams, that alone will resurrect any crypto project, and especially here at EMP. Again, I think there is so much emphasis on these DeFi protocols that have no real revenue streams supporting their ecosystems, and that's what makes our new transition so special. Is that again, Fusion will be its own revenue stream. We'll have plenty of sister projects continuing to feed the EMP mothership. The DEX, again, L1DEX feeding. Some other private things that we haven't talked about publicly yet that are absolutely crushing it in terms of revenue. So all of that, again, even if you hated Fusion, that is real revenue entering the ecosystem without relying on any new users. So that alone is completely exciting for what the future holds. So, all right, awesome. I think that's really all we can give in terms of updates for Fusion. Just again, not financial advice, but if you're happy with your position, then great. If not, it's always a great way to DCA while EMP and eShare are low, for sure. So, all right, we can talk a little bit more about marketing. I know we already went over a lot in terms of the DEX, but LA, we're getting a two for one, right? Go ahead and talk about our AMAs. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Before we talk about marketing, let's tackle one or two of these questions just because they kind of intersect between PulseChain and Fusion.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. One of them says, I'm now a little confused. Should I save my EMP and eShare for Fusion, or should I invest in PulseChain first, then later take it out and invest in Fusion?
Yeah, so I would say it's not an either or. It's not going to be a situation where you have to decide, what we're doing. In the short term, I would say definitely consider, utilizing some of your EMP and eShare to earn. But yeah, it's not going to be, a decision that you have to make. Obviously, Fusion is and always will be the number one priority. So I would say definitely, make sure you're well prepared for Fusion, but it won't be a situation where you have to decide, between one or the other. Eventually, it may be, but because this other project will continuously run, alongside of Fusion, but at that point, that could be even more opportunity for you to buy more EMP or eShare to earn in both. So again, that's not really a question I can answer. It's up to you. What I can say is that Fusion will and always has been the priority, but this is a great way to earn, in the meantime, as well as the farms. I mean, the farms are still paying every day at EMP. So, yeah. Anything you want to elaborate with that, LA, or?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a great opportunity in the interim while you're waiting for Fusion to be complete for the next little bit, because we're on those final steps, to earn on your EMP and eShare in order to then, if you are wanting to get more, or if you're wanting to take some profit. So.
For sure. And another strategy, and again, we can talk about this as we get closer, but another strategy would be going in, into Fusion. Obviously, you're going to be getting most of the bonuses, not only with the peg bonus, but also the early sacrifice bonus. So you should definitely take advantage of that. But then, earning through Fusion, and again, having, the eShare batteries, and buying more EMP with the profits from Fusion, then you could DCA back into, this PulseChain project, or, maybe another sort of project that we would launch as a sister project. So, that's another really important point about Fusion. Fusion can be kind of your home base, where, you're essentially taking care of, the money printer, and then use those profits to go into other parts of our ecosystem, or cash some out and realize your profits. I mean, there's a ton of ways to do it, but the idea is that EMP Fusion becomes, your home base and your money printer. So, yeah, again, that's not financial advice, but
For sure.
yeah, totally. Okay, awesome. What was the other one? LA
Absolutely.
or yeah, go ahead.
Should we move our EMP and eShare to our new L1X wallet once we install it?
Yeah. So again, the L1X wallet, um, I would say we have to deploy the actual if we're going to deploy EMP and eShare on L1X, then yeah. But for the chain going live, um, you're a bit ahead of the game. So I wouldn't worry about that until the mainnet is actually up. During the beta, it won't be a situation where you need to import tokens from other chains. So, and again, all of this is still a little bit hard to wrap your head around, even for us, because we we're going to be able to have the interoperability of many different chains, but we still have to see how the liquidity plays out with the DEX as well, because if there is no liquidity in the DEX, then even though we're interoperable, you're essentially relying on other liquidity partners to facilitate those swaps. So the short answer is that's no. You don't need to worry about moving your EMP and eShare into the L1X wallet, and all of that will be more clear once we're up and running, and the chain is actually working.
All right. And then Neil was wondering, were you talking about PLS or PLSX?
Yeah. So again, I would say a bit of alpha for you. I would say both. So again, Pulse you definitely want to have, but there will be options for both.
Awesome. Let's move on to marketing.
All right, awesome. Before we get into marketing, well, I guess it is part of marketing. I wanted to bring something up on my screen. I just saw this right before we went on. Shout out to the crypto degen. Again, I don't want to dox him too bad, but he is now accepting EMP at one of his restaurants. So let me pull this up. So boom, there you go, man. LA, that pizza looks delicious, doesn't it?
It makes me want pizza.
Yeah, no
For
doubt.
sure.
So yeah, again, this is just really heartwarming. That we have community members that believe in crypto, believe in EMP, and this is what adoption looks like. And we talk about it all the time. About our community putting in your brick. Again, it's not necessarily financial additions. You can put in your time. You can help write articles. You can even just simply like and retweet some of our Twitter posts. But our community goes above and beyond, and adding use case to EMP and awareness to EMP, that goes a long way. So shout out to all of you that are continuing to help support EMP, and this is just one awesome example from a longtime community member. So there you go. Go visit him. Check out the website and order a
True.
pizza with some EMP. So
I told AJ we might need to take a trip just to get a slice.
I know, totally. That's what I'm saying. Right on LA, but maybe an impromptu meetup for sure. I know they've been talking about that in VIP too. So, all right, awesome. So, and speaking of VIP, it also plays into marketing a bit. LA, I know we're in the super early stages, so I don't want to steal your thunder, but we are working on plans to have a very unique new rollout of our VIP members. So do you want to just touch on that a little bit, or are we still too early?
I'm not going to touch on it too much,
Yeah.
but I will say, as we roll into Fusion, we're going to be focused more on rewarding those who are really showing up in the community to support the community, to support others, to support the content that we're putting out, to bring in new community members, to go above and beyond, to be an emperor. And so the people that do go above and beyond are going to get the ultimate benefits for doing so. And so the VIP program, or a new branch of the VIP program is going to surround that mentality. And so we are developing that right now, and we're going to be making some announcements about it when it's ready.
Perfect. All right, awesome. I know I put you on the spot with that one, LA, but I thought it tied in perfectly to that example where we want to reward the people in EMP that not only have been loyal to us and helped get through the not so fun times at EMP, but also that really take the initiative to help us build EMP. So, because at the end of the day, we said this all along, EMP is a community project. I mean, we never had a pre-sale. There are team members, but LA and I and the rest of the team, I mean, we're here trying to promote our own bags. I mean, there is no expectation of profit from the work that LA and I put in. It's all of you. And I mean, again, if any of you have great ideas or other projects that you want to build that utilize EMP, like we encourage all of that. We hire from within. Again, LA was a community member, before she became a team member, and so and even some of the EMP Army, they're still around and helping out. So it's really important to us as a community that we honor those that go above and beyond. So. All right, awesome. More on marketing again. Just like I said earlier, we almost have a twofer, right, LA? I know. Obviously, we're reaching out to other YouTubers as well, but a lot of our marketing, we've been negotiating 2-for-1, and that'll be a whole nother wave after the DEX AMAs, right?
Yeah, so we're really pumped. Obviously, with 3 consecutive launches coming, time saving is of the paramount, but also maximum impact is of the paramount. And so for all the AMAs we've been setting up, we've been booking them for double whammies. And so pretty much every AMA we've booked them for a second one for Fusion down the line, with the expectation that we will work out the dates with them shortly when we have a set date for Fusion launch. So we already have 8 of them locked in, and that's before we've tried to book a single AMA for Fusion alone, like just for Fusion.
Totally.
So when Fusion launches, we are going to have the most insanely massive marketing push for the first round, and then, as you know, we're doing a 2-tier marketing strategy for Fusion. So there's going to be a whole second wave with all different people the second time and different strategies. So our EMP DBank is going absolutely nuts, bananas. We're very shortly going to be on the first page of top accounts on the entire platform for official accounts, which is the top 50. So please go and support us. I just put the link in the comments. Definitely make yourself a profile if you don't have one yet. It just gets linked to one of your wallets. Yes, you do, for the most part, need to have a Web3 ID to comment and like on posts. But I did read the other day that once you get to 100 followers, you should be able to get one of those for free. I haven't tested it, but I did read that on someone else's post the other day. And the thing is with DBank is, like, you can get to 100 followers pretty easy. Like, we sometimes will get like 1 million just like in the blink of an eye. Yes, it's an official account, but or sorry, not 1 million followers. I mean 1 million TVF, but that would be nice, 1 million followers.
Yeah. Not quite there yet, almost. Yeah.
But But yeah, 100 followers is not, it wouldn't take that long. But you also can pay to get your Web3 ID also if you want to do that. But I honestly, this is going to be the social media platform for crypto. So I highly suggest getting into it early. And I mean, if you want to interact with our EMP posts, that would be incredible. This is going to be a big part of our marketing moving forward. We're doing so incredibly well on the platform. But this is just the tip of the iceberg for fusion marketing. I mean, we haven't even really tried yet for fusion marketing because, like I told you about a week ago, it's all about strategic timing. These are just the preemptive little momentum building steps. But once fusion launches, that's when we go ape shit. So
I love it.
This is just the tip of the iceberg, which is pretty incredible that the tip of the iceberg is 8 AMAs launching and 8 AMAs booked and being in the top, almost the top 50. I think we're at spot 65 now of all the official accounts and growing every single day. And there's just so much positive momentum, and we are so inspired and so motivated to keep building, keep growing, keep going, and it's exciting and fun. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, LA. Well said. And yeah, it is a bit of a game for us. I know LA and I have been joking. It's like every day, if we're not gaining rank on DBank, then we're not doing it. We're not doing it right. So, but yeah, and all that again plays into the overall marketing approach. You know, I know a lot of people are clamoring for marketing now. To touch a little bit on what LA said a few weeks ago, you know, and there are other AMAs where we talk about this at length. But you know, we don't want to create a bunch of hype and do all this marketing and not have something to send people to, you know. So all of this is strategic. It's not a matter of us not wanting to do it or not, you know, sitting on our hands purposely. It's about part of the actual strategy for the most successful launch or relaunch that we can have. So, and again, just sprinkle in that we will be recovering PEG as this happens, and you know the TVL of the protocol goes up, token prices go up, and you have killer marketing on top of all that. I mean, that is really when you get a major impact moving forward. So, and that doesn't even include a potential bull run, you know, getting everybody in at the bottom for the next leg up. So yeah, there's a ton of things to look forward to. And again, Elliot, that's why I can't get more excited, man. I don't know. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but I mean, I'm so hyped for Fusion and
Me
everything that
too.
we're doing.
These
So
last 2 weeks have been just such like hype weeks. Like we've been so busy and building so much that it's just been so good. I was gonna ask you because you said high impact. I was gonna say when there's turbulence on the plane, what do they say to you? Brace yourself
exactly, yes.
for impact.
Yeah,
So that's what we're saying to all you guys. Get ready, brace yourself because it's coming.
yeah, no doubt. Well, awesome.
Yeah.
That was all my notes today. Again, I know we said we were on a bit of a time frame, but we can take a few questions, LA. I don't know if there was more that we didn't get to, or again, if you're listening to this live, please write any comments or questions in the live chat. And if you're listening to this on a recording, please go to our Discord and type your question into the AMA questions so that we guarantee to answer what you have. So yeah, go ahead, Elliot. Was there anything else?
There's one more. Can you explain to us where they're going to go to get the L1X wallet when it's time?
Yeah, so again, a little bit of alpha we dropped last night on that AMA. I've seen the wallet. We had early access to download it. It's very straightforward. Again, just like MetaMask would operate. And again, this is just the bare bones version of the wallet. And there obviously will be bugs that you have to work out. Security is fine, but some of the interfaces will be updating, I'm sure. But that being said, you will be able to download it through L1X directly. So, and if you have contributed um, to the pre-sale or the private sale or the public sale rather, um, you will get early access too. So I think, and they've gone back and forth on that. I think everybody now actually gets access at the same time, but there'll be additional features for any of you that deposited more than $1,000. So that question is probably a little bit better served on L1X directly. Again, one thing that we in LA, I was just talking about this. One thing we need to make clear as well, we'll do a better job of this on the AMAs, but we are in no way part of the L1X team. So just to clarify that, obviously we work hand in hand with them. We're extremely involved in, the L1X Foundation, but we are not team members of L1X. We don't make decisions for L1X. We can give them our input, but everything outside of the DEX is not in our control. So just be aware of that. And if you have any L1X specific questions, their own Discord is probably the best place to ask. But yeah, I would say again, all of that will be ready. I think LA, if you're in the private sale too, you should have gotten an email about downloading the wallet, right, LA, or was that something else?
That was, I believe they said that they were going to be sending out an email to people that went through L1X directly, but that wasn't for
us. Okay,
anyone
yeah.
that went through us because we didn't collect email.
Yep, exactly. And that is again another difference. We talked about that at length in the AMA that talked about wallets. We had Cody on himself. Cody is an L1X team member. He's helped us with Fusion as well, but that's a totally separate responsibility. And yeah, he went over this as well about if you were through the L1X pre-sale or private sale, then you would deal with them and emails. But if you, again, obviously we don't collect emails, there's no need to KYC. Through us, we'll have a different way of verifying, and it'll, again, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, where you'll just sign a transaction that proves you're the wallet owner through your MetaMask, and then it'll allow you to specify where you want your tokens on L1X. So, and please understand, there is no rush. It's not like Black Friday where we all have to line up at the door and push and shove everybody out of the way to get in first for that brand new TV. This will be a long process, so there isn't no need to FOMO or panic. Definitely make sure that you know what you're doing before you do it, and we'll have all the information you need. I'll literally get on an AMA and go through the whole process with all of you. So again, and don't get scammed. Again, if you get an email that says register your L1X wallet, but you have to put in your seed phrase, that is a scam. So don't do that. So all right, LA, again, anything you want to add to that?
No, I think you got it.
All right, awesome. All right, awesome. Yeah.
Look at us. We got in at just exactly 1 hour. We were just too good.
That's amazing. I know we're notorious for going on and on and on, but yeah, I know we respect all of everybody's time and try to keep it to an hour anyway. But all right, well, that being said, LA, any final words or words of wisdom? Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to say thank you to all of you for being patient. And now's the fun part. I spoke a week or two ago about us being in that lane and accelerating to get on the highway. We're there, baby. We're on. We're live in a couple days with one of the projects we're launching, and we all get to start making some money, some good money again. And this whole time you've been with us, you've stuck with us, and we're happy that you have, because we love all you guys. And thanks for being patient with us. We really care about building great projects, and I know that you care to stick with us because you want to be in a safe project you can trust. And let's go. Let's do this.
I love it. Absolutely, LA. I could not have said it better. As usual, you always have your mic drop moments at the end of these AMAs. And yeah, as far as PulseChain project, again, everything LA said is 100% true. Obviously, we cannot guarantee profits and returns, but we can guarantee that we're not going to rug. We're a trusted team. We put all of our participants first. Even with this protocol, which again, some other bullish alpha for all of you that stuck to the very end. All the protocol fees of this new protocol will be going right back to all of you, just like Fusion is designed, and this PulseChain project is also that same sort of setup. So again, EMP will be benefiting through the EMP and ESHARE integration in the next week or two. But yeah, that is also really bullish for everybody that wants to get involved. So we're here to make DeFi a better place and provide opportunities for those that are still passionate about DeFi and are here no matter what the markets are doing. So please help us spread the word. Again, we'll have marketing around this PulseChain project, but it's up to all of you to help us as well. Even if you want to sit this one out, you can always help, in the chats or explain to people that we've been around for, almost 2 years now, and that we're one of the good guys in crypto. So, all right. That being said, we'll wrap it up. Again, thank you all for being here, and once we go public, we will have a dedicated AMA on that PulseChain project as well. That's where we'll drop the name and what the project is. So stay tuned for that. And then we have our own AMA next week, Mondays and Thursdays at 6:45 p.m. Eastern time. So, all right, good night, good day. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.